Thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. Today is July 5th, and excellent things have been happening. I want to congratulate Katie on getting out of the Church of Scientology. This is going to be a video with just some tips for Katie or anyone else who wants to leave the Church of Scientology successfully that I've experienced. I was in Scientology for 30 years. I got from the bottom all the way up to the top, next to the top, OT7, trained auditor in Scientology, helping the Office of Special Affairs on and off, volunteering for 20 years. They're going to lie and say, she's nothing. If I'm nothing, why did they make up a 26-step program? This is a huge program that they wrote on me to basically make sure that I was slimed on the internet, slimed with the media, and fired from my job. They're very, very creepy on the dark side. It's a little different with someone like Katie, and I'm going to try to tell you to do two different things. They also went around my neighborhood and put this around it with all kinds of lies about me. So there you go. They're not going to do that with you because they know you can pick up a phone, and I hope you do if they do, and definitely let the media know, right? First of all, I want to congratulate you on getting out. If any of your friends see this, please get this to her. I think it has some things that might help her. I want you to realize, because one of the things you probably think is that you were in a religion. And if you probably know by now it is not, but because you left, you wanted to raise your daughter in a Catholic church. Good thinking. They are not a religion. They are a mind control cult. And if you want to know more about it, this is a really excellent book, Captive Hearts, Captive Minds, Freedom and Recovery from Cults and Abusive Relationships, which they are. So it's an excellent book. I highly recommend you get it. You can get it on Amazon, right? Okay, so another thing Jesse Prince told me, because when I first left, they started doing just little things. They're never going to do anything big because you could obviously call the police. So it's like little things. They were chipping off one leg of one turtle on my front porch every couple of weeks, right? And just little things around my house. And of course, you're thinking, could this be Scientology? But no, not really. And even my friends were saying, I think you're too paranoid, right? So I called Jesse Prince, who used to be way at the top, next to Miscavige, asked him, and he said, absolutely. It's called psychological warfare. That is what they do. They're trying to drive you insane, right? So another really good book on something like this is called Blown for Good. It's by Mark Headley. He was up at Gold with David Miscavige, and I believe there's some of it about you and Tom in it. But it's a good book. It's funny, and it's very educational. So I highly recommend you get that. It's called Blown for Good by Mark Headley. There's a lot of really good books. Amy Scobie wrote a book. Jeff Hawkins wrote a book. Nancy Maney wrote a book. There's a lot of really good books. The Complex is a good book to read about that. There are a lot of excellent books. Years ago, my friend Ben Corden left and wrote L. Ron Hubbard, Messiah or Madman, which is, again, one that they totally dead agented with me for years, but it has some very, very interesting facts that are good to know. It's things that you think have happened. They're very different. Another really good book that I've found for me, and I recommend it to a lot of people, is a book called Blink. Here you go. Blink. It's about your own personal instincts and how often your instincts are correct, right? So you want to keep on track on that. Surround yourself with 2 or 3 people that not only are good people, but also understand the Church of Scientology and the Office of Special Affairs and how it works. However you do that. Tony Ortega is great in New York City. He works for the Village Voice, but he's very much been educated and has very much helped expose their abuses. And he would be a really good person to stay in touch with for you, because you definitely need someone to kind of bounce stuff off of when it's weird, it's odd, it doesn't seem like, could this be? You need someone that you can talk to that can evaluate it. And I'll give you an example. I knew they were doing these kind of things. I didn't believe they did when I was in the church, but once you get out, at least for me, I realized, oh yeah, they do. So I got in my car one day, half of my rearview mirror was sprayed and fell off. So I drove over to Pep Boys. I had already educated them on Scientology and how they did these weird things. And I said, okay, so is it Scientology or a gang? And he looked in my car and he said, it's Scientology. And I said, how do you know? And he said, because a gang, you have a very nice radio, they would have taken your radio. You have things in the back seat, they would have taken those. Boom. So you can get people in your community involved in this. I know it's tricky, it may seem kooky, but just if you need it, do it. They're also, this is another really tricky thing for you. They're going to get people that are very nice people, good people, big celebrities, that possibly are friends of Tom's or whatever, to try to like just kind of move in on you, and basically they want to silence you, one way or the other. Either get you back in the church or get you to be totally quiet. And I can't say it enough. Say whatever you want. You have free speech. You have a right to say what you want. If you want to leave and never say anything, that's your right. If you want to leave and say things, that's your right also. But don't be quiet. And be careful of people around you. Make sure that you know who they are. Because for years, they've had people who were next to someone. They thought, sure, they were cool. For like 10, 20 years. And then it turned out they were a plant. So know who you're with. Right? And be careful on that. There's tons of information on the internet. I highly recommend you read, look, listen, learn everything that you haven't been able to look at when you were in. You've done an excellent job already of getting yourself with, it looks like you've already gotten many, many things in order. But I just want you to make sure to keep your antennas up. You can also call the police at any time if you need to. I know in Scientology they really build that in. You can never call the police. But for anyone, this is not just to Katie, to anyone who wants to leave and you feel like you're getting, they're doing weird things, call the police. You can always make a report. Keep a line of reports so that they understand what's going on. And don't be intimidated by them. Don't. When you're ready, which I know it'll take a while, but when you're ready, remember, you can also help get some other people out, and you especially, Katie, could, and it would be really, really great. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to say is don't let their fear, change your life in a negative way. I mean, you're back connected with the Catholic Church. Make sure that you have good people around you that have good support and good positive energy so that your life can continue in the excellent way that you want. And for anyone else who wants to leave the Church of Scientology, I can't say it enough. I say it all the time, and Pete, you can have a drink on this. Come on out. We're having an excellent time. And everyone I know, you can watch the videos in Dublin and see how much fun we had. And we're all the suppressive people. We're declared suppressive. There you go. It's another drink, Pete. This is a joke they have on when I say the same thing. But I say it all the time because, you know what? A new person might see it who'd never seen it. Ministers, I had a meeting with ministers, and they saw my SP declare. They were against me when I walked in. When they saw that the Church of Scientology literally declared people suppressive, and my only terminal was the International Justice Chief, which proves they do have disconnection. That was it. The party was over. They were on my side. They realized what we were saying, this other minister and I, about the Church of Scientology was true, and what they were saying was a bunch of lies, which it is. I mean, they have their good things that they do, but they have a lot of dark sides that a lot of people don't know. And I'm just trying to help you in any way I can. I hope it has, and to anybody else who wants to leave, I hope you listen to these things and keep looking on the internet. There's lots of good information to learn about these dark sides that they will never tell anybody. All right, so there you go. I love you. Good luck. Peace out, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.